Welcome back to Terrafirmagreg. Last episode, we got the materials to make a blast furnace and did a lot of exploring. Too much in my opinion, but oh well. We begin this episode making a useful machine, the Hammer, the first semi-automation that I can make right now. It works iron blooms into ingots, double ingots into plates, and the like. If you hit it with a hammer a couple times, that's what the Hammer does. Starting with day 36, Hammer is pretty simple to make. It only requires some brass, which I already made, and a double ingot of iron, which was also already made, so it gets made instantly and easily. And finally, I don't have to do everything by hand. The windmill, however, is a little slow for what I usually have, so I do a little bit of reconfiguration and turn it to a higher gear ratio just to make it a little bit faster. It was like a 4-to-1 to an 8-to-1, so it's not double, but it's close. I then spent the rest of the day watching the Hammer go bang 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 on the everything that I put onto it, which was just iron blooms, while I got some lunch. A minor waste of time, but that sandwich was really good. Nothing interesting happened on day 38, just making plates. The blast furnace requires 8 double plates, which is 32 ingots once again, and it requires an additional 12 plates for the reinforcement, so it's going to take a lot of work, and more automation cannot come any faster. I will need access to more types of resources in the future, though, for black steel and red steel. So, I dig down to bedrock in order to get to the beneath, as teased in the last episode. The beneath is basically this mod pack's version of the nether. It can only be accessed by standing on top of bedrock and waiting for it to teleport you there. It is kind of annoying. It takes a while. Sometimes if you're not in the right spot, it just won't teleport you. And it won't always teleport you to the exact same spot, even if you're standing in the exact same spot you were initially. It's a whole big thing. I don't really like it all that much. But I finally get into the beneath. It's kind of weird. It's full of deep slate, which is called migmatite in this pack. Um, I didn't bring anything valuable in case I died or spawned somewhere that I would die instantly, which was a mistake because I considered my pickaxe valuable. So I just sort of punched my way out. It's it's a bit annoying punching stone with a ladder. Um, Before I do that, and while I'm punching away at the stone, if you would like and subscribe, you've watched this far in the video, you like the content, right? Right? Like, subscribe, do your thing. Thank you. Anyway, day 40/41, I explored into the beneath a bit and found some kaolin clay, which is a lot closer because there's a different biome that you can go to find it. And on the way, I find an infinite source of wood ash and charcoal, which will be useful in the future. Conveniently, there is also a graphite vein next to the clay, which spawns some graphite glazes, which drop graphite ore, and that's a really effective way to get it. There's also kaolin glazes that drop kaolin clay. Day 42 goes the same. More prep for the blast furnace. Bang bang, make plate. You know the drill. Day 43, however, I work the iron blooms and forge the ingots into double plates. It's crafted in the same way as the bloomery. As I said before, it's 8 double plates with a crucible in the middle, which is a crucial part.
Goddamn.
However,
Jesus
after that,
Christ.
you need reinforcement for the fire bricks above it. It's a multi-block. And each reinforcement requires 3 plates.
Ah!
So, minimum, it is 4 reinforcements, so that's 12 plates, and a flux. But the flux is cheap, so I'm not worried about it. And on top of that, I need a Tyler? Whatever it is. It enables the
One.
blast furnace to get air from a bellows, because the coke itself doesn't get hot enough to melt the iron. But with a bellows, it does. It's pretty good. Day 44, I have got everything made, and I begin steel production. Simply drop the stuff in the top as you would in the bloomery. However, instead of just iron and coke, you need flux as well. And specifically coke, or I think it was anthracite coal, which you can find in the beneath. I then place the blast furnace above a crucible so that when the iron melts inside of it, it goes directly into the crucible beneath it, and then I can pour it out. However, it isn't immediately steel. It melts into pig iron, and from that, when you cast it into ingots, you then work it into high carbon steel on an anvil, or the helmet, which then can be worked into high carbon steel on an anvil or the hammer. The high carbon steel then needs to be worked again in the same process into steel. I do not have enough fire clay though, even though I've gone several times, to make the cast basins and fire ingots. So a quick foray into the beneath for more kaolin is necessary. While I'm in the beneath, on my way back from the kaolin, I come across this absolutely insanely massive sized iron vein. So I take a bit of it, half-ish probably. I don't know, it's probably huge. Day 46 is spent pouring ingots of pig iron to give to the Hellhammer because I have more important things than bang away at the ingots. It's a pain in the ass, just put it that way. Like better steel production methods. So, while the steel is pouring, I cook up a bunch more kaolin, make some more fire clay, and make a couple casting channels and casting molds to pour 3 ingots instead of just the 1 at the same time. Oh, and the first batch is done and I made a steel anvil. Just a side note, you know how it goes. It's not that important. Here's where I did a cut. I had to stop for the day because I ran out of time. However, day 48, I get some redstone to make a rotational speed controller when I can. Make a red alloy gear, which is a redstone and copper alloy. However, I did a little silly and forgot to hit record until I had gotten all of it. There's a smiley face in the script. I don't know how to read that. I don't know what I was thinking. Day 49. Here we go. The next step after steel is black steel. But for that, I need weak steel. I have everything else that I need for weak steel. I just need nickel. I need nickel. That's pretty much all I need for black steel. So, I decide it will be faster to find it in the beneath. I am wrong. Spoiler alert, sorry. Spend the first half of day 49 finding nothing. Until I come across a bastion. And oh boy, does it have plenty of goodies in it. For one, killing the piglins drop their tools and armor, which are made out of bronze, so pretty good. I get some leggings that don't break because I take a couple hits. I didn't die, don't worry. But I also get some materials for black steel. 2 stacks of ingots, 3 plates, 15 lanterns, and a shield, all made out of black bronze, one of the important materials in it. Also, in addition to that, I got 2 blocks, 11 plates, 17 ingots of gold, 8 ingots of silver, 16 ingots of rose gold, an important material for red steel after black steel, and 4 different Damascus steel tools. The best tools I can make for a long time. I don't even think you can make these. I couldn't find a recipe for them anywhere. I also found some dynamite, which I used to explode a chest, which I'm very pissed about still. Some cloth, and a telescope, which I won't be able to make for quite a while. So, a pretty good haul if you ask me. However, I found no nickel in my entire time exploring. You know,
Wait, if
the
it's
whole
cobalt type, I
reason
know where some cobalt
I
type
came
is.
down into the beneath. But at least it'll save me some microcrafting and alloy forging. God damn it. So, day 50, final day of the episode, just fair warning. I review all of the ore veins that contain nickel. It's one. There's one
There
that
it is.
does.
Wow, how did I miss
It's
this?
cobaltite and garnierite. However, I do remember seeing some cobaltite indicators pretty close to my base. However, I cannot find any of it because it's covered in snow. It snowed. It's annoying. So I can't just go look for some blue rocks on the ground. I do find some in the end, so it's all worth it. It took me a bit, but still day 50. I do the ore processing dance, melt down some of the nickel, black bronze, and steel in a 25-25-50 split, respectively, or the closest I can get to it, to make weak steel, which, when welded with a pig iron ingot, makes black steel, the next step and material needed to make steam-powered machines. However, that will have to be for the next episode,
Wait,
as
can I make
I
a
am
steam
out of
engine?
time. If you enjoyed and watched this far, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, really. I really appreciate you watching this far. Actually, let me know if you'd enjoy more live commentary in the videos. It's a help to have criticism, I'm gonna be honest. I do stream on
I
Twitch if you
could.
like that, same name as YouTube,
No, I
EGMRB.
don't have anything to heat it up with.
But thanks for watching. See ya.